Hi everybody, my name is Adam Meyer. I am back here with another video, and today I'm going to go over Bitcoin price, where the Nasdaq price is, and what we can expect for long-term and also short-term movement and targets that were hit that I called out in my group chat. So let's get into it here. All right, so here's the Nasdaq market, and since we saw this bullish movement, I believe I mentioned it in the last video. We're looking for this gap to be made up around this area where it just rejected up in there. So this is the fair value gap. And that was basically a draw on liquidity for weekly rebalancing. So once that got up there, we started to see some rejection. So those targets were hit, and that's basically why it started to move down and pull back down within this range. A lot of people think it's all because of the news. Not necessarily. Yes, it comes in as a factor, but overall these markets are rigged, and that's why these draws on liquidity are made. And then they start to pull back from those areas. Long-term wise, we don't really understand what's going to happen with the Fed, or if interest rates are going to keep going higher. They actually predict to be another 50 basis point hike next month, but we need to wait for more numbers and see what happens. But if inflation's really high again, then they got to slap us again with another high interest rate hike, and that's going to cause the market to drop even more. But if it still continues to look like it is right now, where it's starting to lower, then we're most likely going to keep going higher, and we can keep betting on America and keep dollar cost averaging to have it go higher. So that's personally what I'm doing. I'm still dollar cost averaging on the way down and then on the way back up, but I am still prepared if we do see a pullback down in here. I see a nice gap here on the weekly. I do like that. Maybe we can get an accumulation to buy higher, or even come down lower below here. I'd buy even more down there. But anyways, I'm just still looking to go long in the entire market. Nothing has changed there. If we go over to Bitcoin and Ethereum, I actually called out in my group chat. I'll show it right here. So this is Ethereum and Bitcoin in my group chat. If you don't have the link to that, let me know. I can add you to it. But I was actually looking at Bitcoin to retrace up into this 50%, and also Ethereum right here as well. So what this means, on the higher time frame, Bitcoin hit a gap, and it started to reject the gap. Same with Ethereum. And then this last move higher, this bullish move higher on the 4-hour time frame, 50% of that range is equilibrium for that volume of the candle. So basically that's half of the rebalancing of those orders. So that's why I was looking at the 50%. So we're looking for that retracement up within here, and also up within here on Ethereum. And what I have with SMT, this is smart money technique. So Bitcoin was making higher highs as Ethereum was making lower highs. And that indicates that smart money is getting ready to sell off the market because they see lower pricing. And they see everybody, oh, higher highs, higher lows, like all these retail bullshit, looking for these trend lines. But look, they get completely smashed when it actually comes through. So if we go down into that area, we look here on, let's go to the 4-hour. Go here to the 4-hour, and we put these notes back on. We can see that they got completely slapped by that sell side liquidity to the downside. It reaches up into that 50% right here on Bitcoin, and it also reaches up into here on Ethereum. Not quite, but it broke down and then tested. So this was the markup I had on the Discord right here, but this is really what you're looking at and what you're seeing. And there's that retest right here, and then a continuation of the downside to slap out all the sell side liquidity down here. But the bigger picture of what I was really looking at was the daily time frame, and also the weekly and the monthly time frames. So if we see that we came to this daily candle right here, if we look at the 50% of that, it came up within here. I want to give a shout out to ICT. He's a GOAT. He's where I learned these concepts. But this is where I was indicating that this was going to move down as well here on Ethereum. So if we go to the weekly now, we can look. Actually, let's go to the monthly. We'll see it on the monthly a little better. So let's hide all the indicators and drawings, but here's the monthly time frame. So here's the month of July, and then here's the month of August. And then here is the month of June. So this June candle, and then the July candle, and then the August candle. Look at the August candle. Look how it comes up in between the wicks of these candles here. This was my #1 indicator that this thing was about to start moving in the other direction. Because overall, since April, May, June, July, we've been bearish. So now we get an indecisive candle right here, and then the next month we tap up into the gap, and now I'm actually looking for lower prices, possibly around at least 18,000. I'd like to see down below here, at least below the July candle, but even lower down within here, maybe like 12, 14, 15,000. So that's what I'm looking at here. Call my bullshit if you don't like it, but I don't care. I'm in it long term, so I'm buying and holding. But I do expect this to come down in the short term, which is the next few months, down within this range here. And same with Ethereum. Ethereum did the same exact thing over here. It came up, it tapped into this gap here from May, and then we started to move down. So I would like to see lower levels around 600, maybe even 400 again on Ethereum. And that's just going to be crazy because everybody was buying this up at 4,800, and it's like, oh shit, we're going to the moon, But once we started to break down, we broke this structure here. This is where I was like, all right, we broke the structure. We have divergence on the RSI. You can see it right here, the lower high on the RSI, but it made a higher high up here. So that was indication. This is where I got out of my, I moved funds from here over into an investment account, basically a PAM account where a company runs it and just makes consistent profits week after week. So I got out of there, so I funded it into that, which was actually good because this would have went down in value. And then Bitcoin over here, I noticed we were coming up into here, so I'm like, all right, we're gonna hold off and see if we can get down lower into these ranges. But it's also, I'm young. This is the first time I actually got to see this work on a really big scale of a crypto chart. So I've learned a lot, but I'm also very happy that I took out what I did. But if I had this experience previously, I would have taken out more, if that makes any sense. And I would definitely be buying back now and over the course of the next few months, you know. So this last thing I want to go over, this is the My Forex Funds challenge that I took. It's actually taken me a few tries to actually get to this point. I've passed phase one before, but this is the second time I've passed phase one. And this time it's been a lot more consistent. I've been a lot more disciplined in my rules. It took me 2 years to get to this point, and I'm very, very happy, and I'm still grinding. But I am making money consistently in these accounts and also my live account. But this is really my focus, is passing these accounts because I can use other people's money to make money, OPM, other people's money. So that's the whole concept. Anybody can do it, but I'm very, very proud of the consistent equity curve because it shows the discipline and the rule following of your strict rules. And that's why I'm sticking with this, and that's why I encourage anybody that wants to learn this skill to learn from a mentor. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap this all up here. So the key points are dollar cost average. I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm dollar cost averaging. That's what I like to do. I'm betting on America. We could get bad news. It could be higher inflation. It could be another war. It could be some type of hurricane or whatever. Then it's going to just completely throw everything out of the water, and then we're going down again. But betting on America as of now to ride it up because you never know what's going to happen. Bitcoin and Ethereum, I do expect it to come a little bit lower. And if we do see that, I believe personally it's another time to keep dollar cost averaging as it comes lower. I'm not gonna sell when it goes down. I'm gonna buy when it goes down because I'm not fearful or emotional when prices go against me. So that's something I've learned so far, and that's what successful people do from all the books that I've read. So that's personally what I'm doing. But if you have any questions, let me know. If you want to join the Discord, we're doing some day trading calls and just looking at the market overall throughout the day. So let me know. Take care, everybody.